Hello and welcome to episode 314 of the video show. We are live today, live on Facebook, live on YouTube and live on LinkedIn. And today we're going to be talking about loads of different audio equipment, the equipment I use, and we're going to be talking about whether I'd recommend it, what I think you can use it for. And basically we're going to look at loads of different microphones and just look at from start to finish, the prices, what I use it for, what I wouldn't use it for, and then would I recommend it. So let's get started. Let's look at a few of these different microphones we've got. The first I wanted to talk about is the Rode Wireless Go, which costs around 150 to 170 pounds. Let's take a look at it here on our lovely spinny thing here. So what I use this for, I use for a lot of live streams, especially where I've got guests and I haven't got the microphone above my head. So this handy little thing plugs into the A10 Mini here. So you can see the one plugged in here. Basically it allows me to have like a wireless microphone when I've got guests on. So I've got the microphone above my head for this, but I'm just going to show you what the wireless microphone looks like. So this I think is really good because it's quite small, it's quite lightweight. I can travel around with it if I need to. I do have other microphones that I use for recording different bits of audio, but I think having something like this in my bag, I've got two of these because I'm about to show you one now, but having these as an option is a really good thing for live broadcasting, because if I've got guests on the sofa, then they can just wear those and not worry about whether the sound's working from the XLR microphone above my head. So I can sort of monitor their sound through the A10. So let's have a listen to that now. So right now we're on the Zoom H6, which I'll show you later, but then let's switch to the Rode Wireless Go. So I've got the Rode Wireless Go on now. So the way that works is a microphone plugs into the top of it and it goes to the receiver, as I said, pointed where I'm pointing to here. And the battery life lasts about 7 hours. There's loads of videos on YouTube for this and how it works. It doesn't particularly work very well if you're using it a distance away. So it works for quite a long distance, but if you're standing sort of behind a wall or behind something metal or through a crowd, the audio might not be so good. So I would use it for live streaming. I think it's a pretty good quality. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I don't think it's probably quite as good as the other microphones I've got. But it is a good option if I've got guests on. So if they're both wearing one of these, I can monitor it through the A10. So let's switch back to, we're back to normal. Okay, so the next one I wanted to talk about was the Blue Snowball. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. So has that worked? Oh, no. There we go. So this is a USB microphone. So this is what I use sort of every day. Sorry, we had some audio difficulties there. My Zoom ran out of battery. I've ordered some more batteries. They'll be back. They'll be arriving tomorrow. So the Blue Snowball, this costs around £75, and I use this every day on Zoom calls. So this is what I use on my Zoom calls. The reason I don't use this on my live streams is because the audio is a little bit laggy when it comes to USB microphones. But for Zoom calls, I think this is a really good microphone. So if you're recording a podcast or anything at your desk, anything like that, this will be a really good microphone to get. So let's go on to the NTG1, which is the microphone I'm using above my head. So if I can pull it down here, but this is an XLR microphone and it plugs into my Zoom H6, which, as I just said, this just ran out of battery just as we started. I've been using it all day, so I'm not surprised it's really run out of battery, but I should have kept an eye on that. Oh, hi, Johnny. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this microphone I use for all my live streams here. The reason I use this is because the sync from the audio is a lot better than the USB microphone, which I've got here. Hello. As I said, like you can see, it's run out of battery. So I've had that on for weeks and weeks and weeks, but it's because it's powered through the Zoom. It does sort of drain the battery quite quickly if you don't keep an eye on it. I was hoping I'd get through this live stream and everything would be all right, but I think the audio quality is pretty good. It costs about £180. I would use it for live streaming if you're going to tuck it into the Zoom H6 here. But just be aware that if you're going to be doing that, the battery might run out. So keep an eye on that. And I think you can plug that into like an external power source as well. But I think the quality is really good. So feel free to listen to that on my other live videos as well, because I do think that is pretty good quality. So what am I using at the moment now? So if I've got this backup audio right now. So I'm using the SmartLav Plus, which is like a lavalier mic, into the Rode Wireless Go, which I was showing you earlier. But let's have a look at these microphones. So I'm just going to show you on the turntable now what that looks like. Probably got to zoom back in again. There we go. So these are like little lavalier mics. So these can plug into your phone. They can plug into your external audio sources. But I think this is a really good option if you're making any sort of video. It's so versatile. I'm using it right now as my backup for my live stream. But it's a really good option if you're going to be creating any sort of video and you want to improve the audio. I would recommend the Rode version. It costs about £45 to £55, depending on which one you want to go for, over the cheaper ones. I was speaking to somebody yesterday and they were recommended cheaper ones. So these sort of come at £10 to £20. But I've bought a few of them in the past just to see sort of what the sound difference was, and they are not as good. So do be aware that if you're going to buy a lav mic, like a lapel mic like this, do be aware that you do have to spend a little bit of money on them. So sort of £50 range, you're probably going to get a good mic for your money. So I recommend the Rode SmartLav Plus. If you're going to be plugging it into your H4n or H6n, which we're going to go on to in a minute, then you do need a little connector here. So that is the So if you're going to plug it into your phone, you're fine with the little sort of 3 lines version there. But if you're going to plug it into your H4n or H6n or wherever your audio recorder is, you're going to need the little adapter, or to buy the £55 version. And it costs about a tenner, so it doesn't really matter. Just look at what version you're going to get. Okay, so what do you plug all these microphones into? So what I've had for years is this H4n Pro. So as you can see, you can plug XLR microphones into it. You can record straight into the top of it, and you can plug in your lavalier mic into the back of it. So there's loads of different options for it. I've actually got the sort of higher version of that, which is the H6n, which I use for my live streams here. But this I use every single day when I'm filming. So I use this recorder for every pre-recorded version of the video show. So this records straight onto an SD card and then I edit it. I've used it for interviews with the top 2 microphones there, and I've used it for recording using an XLR cable at the bottom. I've had it for about 2 years, and I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It costs about £160. But if you're going to be creating videos regularly and you want to create better quality audio, then look no further than the H4n Pro. It costs about £180, as I say, but I use it all the time. If you're going to be making videos all the time, it's a lot better than plugging your microphone into your phone. The phone will do plugging your microphone into your phone will be okay for a time, but you get a better quality with this right here. So why do I have a Zoom H6n as well? So the reason I got this is because you've got a line out. So as you can see, I've got this tiny cable here that goes into the ATEM here, over here. So the reason I got that is because the H4n does not have that. So this costs a little bit more. It costs about £330. You've also got 4 XLR inputs. I'm using just 1 for this. And you can adjust the levels as well, which you cannot do on the H4n. You've also got the attachment that goes into the top if you want to record sort of straight into people when you're recording like interviews at events and places like that. But if you're recording sort of like just video off the cuff in your office, then I would go and spend your money on the H4n Pro. The only reason I've got the H6n as well is because I'm taking it very, very, very seriously. Okay, so those are the different bits of audio equipment I'd recommend. There's a few things I'd probably recommend all of them, but for different types of things. So let me know what you think in the comments, what kind of videos you make, what kind of audio equipment you've got. And if you want my opinion on those, just put them in the comments as we go. That's it for episode 314. I hope you've sort of learned a lot from it. If you want to learn more about live videos or how to put together a live, what's the word? A good live stream setup, then put some comments in the comments below, or feel free to message me if you've got any questions. I'm very happy to help. So that's it for episode 314. I will be back with episode 315, where I'll be talking about video backgrounds. We've been building a video background today. We're going to be building another one tomorrow here in the office. So I'm going to be talking about the things that we've used, the things that you can use, and how to create a really strong video background with the stuff that you've already got in your office. So that's it for episode 314. I'll see you next time in episode 315. We got there. Although we had some audio issues, we stayed calm and we got through it. That's what live streaming is all about. Bye.